My main thing I did want to talk about was I went to see on Friday night Jackass Forever.
Yes, please tell me it's exceptional.
I had such a good time with this film.
Yes,
I really want to see it in a cinema with full of people, and it was pretty packed. There was not a lot of seats left over because I wanted to be in a room of people just
laughing,
having a good time and laughing. It's been a long time since I've been to see a comedy at the cinema, outside of the usual laughs you get from a Marvel film for the little quips and stuff.
The last comedy I saw in cinema was The Other Guys, Will Ferrell.
I genuinely can't think of what the last one I went to see. Genuinely can't think of him. Could be far back as that, like Hangover 2 or something. Yeah.
Well,
because I just don't think that there's not been any good comedies really.
Nope.
I said the last comedy I can remember seeing at the cinema. Well, actually, no. Deadpool 2 was the last comedy I saw at the cinema.
Well, if you count that, comedy, yeah.
The last one was explicitly called a comedy. Wasn't very funny. It was Burke and Hare.
Oh, no! I didn't like that film at all.
No, wasn't very funny.
Oh.
But yeah, so Jackass, they're back after about 10 years or so, I think.
Yeah, roughly.
And was Jackass 3 out? It was out in 2010. So yeah, just 12 years. They're all extremely middle-aged now, graying, wrinkles, feeling the effects of the noughties. And it's just Jackass again. But it does something that no film franchise can ever say, and that is that the fourth installment of their franchise is the best film.
Wow, is it really that good?
It's really the best one.
I love Jackass 2. I think Jackass 2 at best.
I think that the introduction of 4K cameras and the ability to slow things down and zoom right in on things obviously helps with that, because you get the full cringe and you see the pain, you see them bouncing off the ground in slow motion in glorious 4K, and you collectively in the cinema, everyone's going, oh, like that. I've lost count the amount of times I've just sat there and went, oh, Jesus Christ.
Just very quickly, we were on holiday in the Philippines. First time I ever went to the Philippines with my wife, a friend and their partner. And we were in a bar, and they obviously got a pirated copy of the original Jackass. And they were playing it in the bar in the background. And we were just sitting there looking up at the screen and just like, what the fuck? Just literally must have caught it just after it started. We sat there just pissing ourselves laughing, going,
good job it wasn't that film that's got the poo volcano. That's got to be one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
But yeah, they're incredible, those guys.
Yeah, it's I think they must have either got the go-ahead or just they don't give a shit anymore. But there is a lot more cock and balls in this film than there's ever been in the Jackass.
Good.
How gross is it? Because I'm all for injuries, but I don't like the gross stuff.
There is not. I think there's one scene of throwing up. There's barely any thing. Oh, actually, there is one really, really gross thing, but I'm not going to spoil it but it is fucking incredible.
Do they get the cameraman to throw up again as well? That's one of my favorites.
Yes, but I think he does it inside his mask. because they filmed it during the pandemic, so they've got masks on.
That's fucking worse.
Yeah,
they try to make him throw up just by making him throw up noises. And he goes,
yeah, that one when they did where they were drinking that guy's sweat.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one was bleak. I was much preferred just the flat out silly ones. My favorite one they ever did, I think it was in the first Jackass film, was the high five. Just a giant hand on a spring where they walk in the room, just let it go and smack.
Wee man walks under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's the air horns at the golf club.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
But this one, obviously, it has some of the original Jackass, most of them minus Pete Dunne and Bam Margera, and it has a lot of new people as well, but they just fit right in. You don't look at them and think, oh, these new guys trying to copy them. They just get involved and have fun, and they just kind of take the licks, really, and it's so good. Like, I'll start with the opening, really. It kind of gets you into the groove of it. It's a model city, and there's a Godzilla attack on it, and it cuts between a penis dressed up as Godzilla, all painted green, bouncing around, and then cuts back down to the streets where the rest of the Jackass team kind of doing stunts, and as the city is running away scared. So that's kind of where the setup goes from there. That's the big extravagant opener, and then it kind of cuts into all your standard gross out stuff and injuries. And there's one moment where they are in a room. They take two of them into a room and they show them this rattlesnake. Put the rattlesnake back in the bucket. They bring them back in the room later. They take the rattlesnake away. And then they lock the door and turn the lights off. And then just start fucking with them in this room. So Johnny Knoxville's there with the night vision goggles on and just fucking with them. And they do it to about 3 or 4 different pairs of people. And each time they're just scared shitless. They're just throwing like fake snakes at them, making like rattlesnake noises and putting them with cattle prods and stuff.
That would fuck me up big time.
But it gets even better. I don't want to spoil what actually happens towards the end of it because there's a nice surprise in there as well that I was absolutely howling with that. To put it this way, I laughed so much watching this film. I had to take painkillers because of my chest when I went to bed that night. It hurt my chest so much. I got out of the cinema. I was like, my chest hurts. My mate, and I was like, I don't know why it's not done that in ages. He went, do you think it's from all the laughing? I went, you know what? It might be because laughing and sneezing and coughing still kind of hurts my chest a little.
Yeah,
with that injury, and I had to take painkillers when I got home because it would hurt. I'd laughed so much. So if you love Jackass, if you've always loved Jackass, I think you'll still enjoy this. I don't think that the 10 years that we've kind of grown up since, you'll go, oh, I'm too old for that. I don't care about that anymore. If you liked it before, you're going to like it again still.
They did off when they went off on a bit of a tangent wasn't as good anyway. I think
that
pretty much was it. That's all you needed was just them doing that.
Yeah, I liked Bad Grandpa. Was it Bad Grandpa?
I didn't like that at all.
Didn't you?
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
I did that. I never saw that fucking show as well. That I hated that Viva La Bam.
Viva La Bam.
I don't like Bam Margera in general. Never did. But it just seems like the weakest Housewives. It was just. Ugh.
It was just him torturing his parents, really.
Yeah, I quite like the pranks on his dad. Were quite funny, but
but it seemed fake in that show.
It probably was, but
in Viva La Bam, yeah, absolutely fake.
Yeah, they're not on Jackass when he's going in playing guitar on his face when he's asleep. That's pretty good.
I will say actually though, Steve-O looks great.
He's not on drugs anymore.
Yeah, because everything he's been through, he looks great.
I saw a clip from his podcast because he's got the Wild Things podcast or something like that, or Wild One or something. No, Wild Ride. That's it. Steve-O's Wild Ride, and he's been putting clips of the interviews that he does on YouTube, and he's basically just touring around a big tour bus, interviewing random celebrities. He was the one I was watching. He was talking to Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh,
and more surprisingly, so Steve-O.
That is a big surprise. Yeah,
but I remember thinking when I was watching that, going, it's nice that Steve-O looks healthy. He's put on a bit of weight.
All his teeth.
No, it's all false teeth, but he's got a full set of them.
He's got them.
But he looks really healthy. His voice is absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Like he sounds like he's talking through a cheese grater.
He sounded like that for the last 20 years, though, I think.
Yeah, but it's just really nice to see him like upbeat and positive and not on every drug under the sun.
Yeah, but yeah, really great to watch it. I think just watching them as old men do it just kind of had some charm about it. So
I think in 10 years' time we'll get another one.
No.
When the money's run out.
Is he possibly one of the only people in the world that's got a tattoo of themselves on their body?
No, but he's definitely one that's only got a full back piece, probably.
Yeah.
I've seen people with themselves on their tattoo. And another one of my personal, and Candy will see that a lot, when they got their own name tattooed on themselves. It's like, what, in case you forget?
I get asked for that quite often as well. And then there was another one from Jackass as well because of Steve-O. Like, people wanted your name. Yeah, I got asked for that a few times back in the day.
Not funny.
Maybe me and Gadget should do that so that Biddles could tell which fucking one we are.
But do the wrong one deliberately.
On your forehead and she on your forehead.